It's all about the intensity of racing online. It's part 5 of the 5-part Gran Turismo 5 review. I have 5 fingers, do you? Wait, no, I have 10. Yeah, double that. Well, like the surprise that I just realized I have 2 hands, each with 5 fingers. The biggest surprise in Gran Turismo 5 is the online gameplay, and the extremely well-executed seasonal events. What's that now? Seasonal events? Yeah, under this little tab here that says seasonal events, which wasn't even there the last time I uploaded a part of this Gran Turismo 5 review. They've added content in between parts. And it's a rather large and sizable feature in this game that's important because up to this point my biggest complaint has been the lack of events. But along come these seasonal challenges, which are all new A-Spec races, which will challenge your driving proficiency with a variety of vehicles on every track in the game. And you can't just load up one car with 8,000 horsepower, you've got to drive within their regulations. They're a mishmash of different events with different cars, different horsepower, and weight limits, and it's very cool, and most of them are not what you would expect. It's not all GTR racing. There's one with a 1990 RX-7, or a Ford Focus, and they're not the easiest cars to drive when you haven't completely mastered them like your favorite Lamborghini. So rather than just spending all your time with a handful of cars, these seasonal events want to challenge you with a variety of different vehicles. And I think that fits the spirit of the game. That's very cool. You typically have to start in last place and try to work your way up to first place, and the prize money and experience is really nice. There's also some time trial events where you're competing for the best time within a specific set of rules against every other driver in the world. And as these are called seasonal events, that's somewhat vague, but obviously they'll continue to update them from time to time, giving you new events and time trials to compete in. Also, since part 4 of this review was posted, an online car marketplace has been added. But wait, there's still more. Even though we're at the very end of a lengthy 5-part review, there's one other major feature which needs to be showcased: the online multiplayer. I was hoping it would be the Batmobile, but it's online multiplayer. While the start of each race is a bit of a free-for-all in general, the driving is lively, friendly, and fun. The 3 biggest compliments I could give towards any online multiplayer racing game, because they're not always friendly, and they're also not always fun. But Gran Turismo 5 has somehow managed to pull off the very difficult task of making online multiplayer in a driving game worth playing. First of all, the game is very popular globally, so there's always a lot of people at any given time playing the game. That's probably the most important thing. Second of all, everybody I played against was really cool. And I'm not just saying that to be nice. Seriously, everybody was extremely friendly. They make it very easy for anybody to set up their own room, which I enjoy because that way I had complete control over the events. You select the course, number of laps, horsepower, and weight restrictions, and pretty much everything. You're like the dungeon master of online racing. Within minutes of starting a room, it quickly filled with people and the race was on. As Dungeon Master, you're given a bit of time to start each event, waiting until everybody gets their car set up properly, and then you can even do some test laps before you officially start it, and then drive against other real human beings. Most likely real human beings. Probably real human beings.
Somebody started driving backwards there.
I know, you saw that, asshole?
I'm Dungeon Master. I can drive as I wish during the car setup phase. I'll have you know. I should also mention the online racing was, for the most part, extremely smooth, and without any major noticeable technical problems. What was that? Did you see that? It's a Johnny Cab from Total Recall. I like that they show what country people are from, so now I know that everybody in Canada drives like this. So, hey, that's the end of the 5-part classic game room review of Gran Turismo 5. So now that you've spent the past 4 hours watching this, it's time to go play some video games. And maybe you'll even run into me driving backwards. somewhere in Gran Turismo 5.